Hey there everyone and welcome back to the channel. So within this week's video I'm going to share with you how you can create some ink blots and then turn them into interesting pieces of art. So first off, select a piece of paper. It might be an old drawing or something that you might have already spare. If so, that might be used to create more interesting marks. So use that. You might just want a plain piece of paper. You might even want to try some newspaper or old books and use that as your base cover. Then step 2, take some inks that you have available. If it is that you don't have some inks, you might want to use some food colouring instead, and you can get those in a variety of colours. Don't worry about trying to make it perfect because this is all part of the process. You just make some blobs, and then what it is that you might want to do is start to move them around the page. By doing this, we don't have to think too much about what something actually looks like. It's more about the process of just having fun and seeing what we end up with. In some areas you might want to get the ink and spread it about to get blocks of colour, where in some areas you might want to leave more linear. Then once you feel that you've done, then you can leave it to dry, and then you will hopefully end up with something that looks like this. So in some cases you might want to fold the piece of paper in half to create multiple drawings or paintings. And then once you've halved the paper, you then might want to start looking what is it that you can see within these ink blots and try to make something out of them. this exercise, I found that there was a lot of sort of wiggly squigglies here, which then started to remind me of like hills, sort of like mountains. I suppose the childlike nature of it all kind of reminds me, or takes me back to when I was a kid, and I used to play in my nan's field, and it was full of cows and it was full of nature, and yeah, it does sometimes drawing and just map making in general takes you back to those times. And so with that said, and as we are coming towards the end of this week's video, my question to you today is, if you've tried these ink blot studies and use this as a way to create a piece of artwork, what is it that you see in it, and does this or do these sort of explorations take you back to certain times in your life? And if so, please be sure to pop them down in the comments below. I look forward to hearing from you. And lastly, if it is that you'd like to be kept up to date in relation to any more hints, tips and tutorials going forward, please be sure to join us over on Facebook in the Creative Confidence community. Hope to see you there.